Welcome to a holiday weekend preview brought to you by Dark Horse Bets. Download the app, sign up, and automatically receive a $30 account credit to use for your first wagers. We have special guest handicapper joining me today, Mike Heads, as we are going to take a look at Saturday's Ballerina as well as the premiers. Last time we're going to see these older horses race this season. So race number 3, Infinite Patience, is obviously going to be everybody's top choice, but how are you handicapping the Ballerina here?
Well, it's hard to go against her. I mean, I think she's looking for her 12th consecutive stakes victory. She's just a real machine. To beat Infinite Patience, the time maybe was last time when she was giving £7 to WB3. Today they just get a handshake and that's it. Everyone carries 124 other than the 3-year-old above average. But at equal weights, it's going to be tough to beat Infinite Patience. She would really need to turn in a subpar race. But I like her over WB3 and above average are obviously the ones in behind. And WB3's been sensational this year, and looking forward to watching her. Maybe there's going to be some pace. Maybe Daphne and above average, or somebody, a Pretty Aria, or someone goes out there and really livens up the pace. And that would obviously be the scenario that WB3 would need to make her a winner. But I went Infinite Patience, and I'm sure you did as well.
I did as well, but you did mention Daphne there. I think that this mare is one to really consider on how the race is going to set up. We've only seen her once all season. The distance will definitely be a huge question mark for her, as she only has the one racing fitness. She trains very forwardly, and she's got one dimension, that's speed. So it might set up for our Oaks winner a little bit there, above average.
It could.
I have her in my second spot, so I'm going Infinite Patience and above average for.
Pretty Air is interesting for the tries too, because she's a hard try. She's not a big filly, as you know, but she's all heart. And I know she just won a cheaper race, but she can go a mile and an eighth when she fires her A race. She's as good as a lot of these in here. Maybe not as good as Infinite Patience, but I mean she's as good as a lot of them. So I wouldn't want to leave her out of your triactors either. But Infinite Patience is really, at equal weights.
It's pretty hard to go against her. Well, then we'll fast forward to race number 6, the premiers.
Yeah.
This one's a little more wide open. We see the Derby winner and runner-up, and then the Randall triactors all facing off in here. So.
Yeah, I know it's going to be a good race, because this race was shaping up always to be a good race. When I seen the nominations last week, and you knew that the 3-year-olds were going to go in against the older horses, and it's going to make. I don't know how the 3-year-olds will stack up, but At Attention is the horse that I think he's been crying to go a mile and 3/8. He did have a troubled trip in Edmonton, in the Speed Despair, that is, and he was stuck down on the inside going a mile and a quarter that day, and just really didn't get out till it was too late. He hardly got beat anything at all, but he won that race the previous year. He did win the Speed Despair, but he did win the premiers last year. It was only a mile and an eighth. They did shorten it up last season, but I think you're going to love the mile and 3/8. I really don't think he liked being down on the inside last time. He had Florida Gator kind of pinning him down on the inside, and as you know, the horse, he's a big skookum horse, and he really doesn't hold the rail. Big Union got through on the inside and got him, but I just thought the track was maybe breaking away from him a little bit that day, and he just wasn't comfortable being on the inside of horses. He'll get on the outside this time, and I think Sunburl will be the leader. I think he'll sit second. Him and Just Jimmy will just be tracking, and I think he gets his A trip, and I think you'll see a better At Attention.
Well, we've watched him in the morning. He's trained very well coming off of that little bit of an upset here. However, one that I'm a little bit biased to, and that's the outside horse, It's My Day. I'm not sure about the distance, but he has all the confidence in the world right now. He's coming off of a 6-week layoff of a runner-up effort at 45-1 in that Speed to Spare race. He, however, unlike At Attention, got a very nice trip that day. It really played well for him. I like the outside post for this horse. But he's one, I'm going big. I'm going a $50 place. I don't know if he'll quite win that race, but
He's a nice big, I know you know the horse, but he's a nice big tall horse. The distance won't be the problem. I don't think the distance will be a problem. He loved the mile and a quarter last time. It's just whether the company's tough for him, because he is still just a winner of a couple races, and he's lacking a little bit of the seasoning. But I know Rob's prepped him beautifully for the race. He specifically had this race in mind, and skipped some other races. And the 6-week layoff was by design, and I guess he's not a big big-bodied horse. He's tall, but he's not a lot to him. So running him too often sometimes can take a little bit out of a horse. But Rob knows the horse well, and I think he's coming. You're right. He is coming up to a good race. I wouldn't leave him out of any tries or superfectus. I think the 3-year-olds though should be mentioned: Sunbird and Accidental Hero. I prefer Sunbird over Accidental Hero. I know it was the other way around in the Derby, but I just thought the size of the field really helped Accidental Hero and gave him a perfect clean trip in a race where if there was 10 horses in the Derby, he would have probably been 9th early and never would have got the clean run.
To clear like he did.
Yeah, he got to late 3rd. Had a dead aim on Sunbird the whole race. Sunbird had no excuses. You got outrun by a pretty nice horse. And there wasn't much between them, 6-8 inches. There was nothing at the end of the race.
Yes.
But I think with more traffic in the race, I think I'm going to lean towards Sunbird for 2nd for me and Accidental Hero for 3rd. And I definitely respect your It's My Day. I'll put that one in for 4th. But yeah, add attention. I know it's kind of a homer pick. My wife trains the horse, but he is just a cool old horse that seldom runs a bad race. And the 1 3/8 should be right up his alley.
Perfect. Well, there you have a look at some of our handicapping insight there for the Ballerina as well as the Premiers. Hope you can join us on Saturday. First race is at 2 p.m. Best of luck with all of your wagering.